We are the 2,505th meeting of the Darien Police Commission. First order of business is acceptance of the minutes of February 12th and March 4th. Motion to approve.
March 4th was yesterday. Motion to approve both.
Second.
Any questions, comments, additions? Hearing none. All those in favor? Correspondence, Chief.
Couple items, correspondence. First, we had a resident from Fitch Avenue send baked goods to our overnight shift. I guess our overnight shift had to deal with an incident at her house, and she was very pleased with the service that those officers provided, and she was very appreciative for our professional and compassionate efforts. So well done by the 11 to 7 shift on February 28th, I think it was. I don't have it here. Next, I don't want to forget, but I don't have a note. A good friend of the police department, the McGowan family, they stopped by during one of the snowstorms recently and dropped off a whole bunch of homemade cookies. Thank you to Ray and his family. And then I'm sorry, this is the one that's not on the agenda. There's a family in town, I believe on Birch Road, that called. They were expecting a baby, and the baby decided to come a little early. And came very early because it arrived before our officers even got there. But the team of officers that showed up, their efforts were very appreciated. They acted with professionalism and carried themselves with a level of confidence that we needed at that moment. And he actually asked for the 911 recording so they could hear their daughter's first crying. And I know Rick helped out with that just this week.
I think that's great.
Well done by Officer Cadigan, Officer Lasser, Officer Mora, and Dispatcher Rachel Facto was the one that took the call. So. New resident in town.
We have a new resident.
Yeah, and that is it for.
Do you have to FOIA that, or you can just send it?
He did go through he said he would if he had to. And we made a special exception and just got him a recording.
Okay, well that is definitely good news. Department activity, Captain?
Okay, this is the period of February 12th through yesterday, and it was prepared by Lieutenant TJ White. Some notable incidents: on February 12th, a resident on Seagate Road was arrested for risk of injury to a child when he was discovered severely intoxicated while caring for his 2 children. On February 15th, a 29-year-old Darien man was arrested for disorderly conduct and assault second after an altercation on Brookside Road. On February 18th, 31-year-old East Orange, New Jersey man was arrested for the burglary of a Norotan Avenue business in October of 2025. On February 18th, there was a report of 2 subjects who stole just over $3,000 in medications from Walgreens, and this is still an active investigation. On February 24th, it was reported that 2 subjects stole just over $800 worth of items from CVS. This is also still an active investigation. And on February 27th, a burglary of storage trailers at the Hollow Tree storage facility was reported. Some statistics during that time: there were 2 domestic disturbance incidents, 3 domestic violence incidents, 2 identity theft incidents, 3 motor vehicle burglaries. 2 were unlocked and 1 was locked, but no forced entry. No stolen motor vehicles during that time period. We had 17 motor vehicle accidents, 7 with injury and 5 on private property. There were 226 traffic stops and a total of 793 calls for service. On February 19th, at the 2026 Connecticut Law Enforcement Torch Run Kickoff hosted by the Special Olympics, our department was recognized for raising over $2,500 in funds that were donated to the Special Olympics of Connecticut. This total included t-shirt sales from last year's Torch Run, Adopt-A-Mile sponsorship purchases, and donations made from the 2025 Tip-A-Cop event held at Zucchero Cafe. The DPD had 16 runners in last year's event, and this year's run is scheduled for June 5th.
Excellent.
The only thing I'll add, I'll point out to the commission, the number of traffic stops that our patrol officers and traffic division have been conducting. The weather, as we know, hasn't been as cooperative as we might want during the course of the winter, but our officers are out there targeting hotspot areas and enforcing all traffic laws. So well done by the Patrol Division and the Traffic Division.
You want to make any comment about today's? No?
Probably not at this point.
Okay.
Once we find out a little bit more, we
All
could.
right.
We did send out a press release though. or
Correct.
So, okay.
Yep.
Yes. We certainly did. Okay. Public comment, we have 1.5 members of the public here, but I will assume you're here for traffic issues, so if you hold on for 1 sec,
course.
we will get to it in a second. Old business, building issues update, anything?
Today, Carrier conducted one of their preventative maintenance visits. They identified up on our rooftop, there are 4 exhaust systems up there. None of them were operating at all, 2 of which had broken belts. We suspect it was due to just years of lack of proper maintenance. It was an added expense to what we already pay with our contract, but Sharon put an order in for those belts, so those should be back up and running.
That is all. Okay.
That's it.
No other old business? No? All right. Traffic issues. Captain Hidema?
We have a member of the public with us today. If you want to introduce yourself and speak on why you're here.
Sure. I'm Nancy Quinlan. This is Catherine Quinlan. I have lived at the corner of Fitch and Dickinson since late 2020. Was a renter at first, and then we ended up buying a building. And I would like to, excuse me, request that there are 2 more stop signs put in at that intersection. It's a 4-way intersection, but a 2-way stop. I've spoken with Allie and Officer Bud, and I'm aware that in the last 10 years, there's only been 1 vehicle accident there. However, just from living there and from my experience there are often near misses. It appears to be a 4-way stop, but is just a 2-way stop. So oftentimes people are stopped at Dickinson, they think through traffic's going to stop, it doesn't, they proceed into the intersection, near miss. It happened to me 2 weeks ago.
So traffic does not stop on
On
Fitch?
Fitch, exactly, yeah. But kind of more importantly than just these near misses with the vehicles is children's safety. You know, of course, we tell our children when they're like biking, skateboarding, scootering to stop at stop signs, but I see it more often than not that kids, the Dickinson towards Fitch is a little bit of a hill, and kids really like to just fly through that intersection. And of course, through traffic doesn't stop. Last summer, there was an incident of a child being struck. Kid is okay. The vehicle hit him, stopped, asked, "Are you okay?" The kid said yes. The driver drove away. A delivery truck saw the whole thing, stopped, walked the kid home. And then later that afternoon, the mom was going door to door asking for ring footage so she could try to find the vehicle that, you know, hit her kid. Luckily, the kid's okay, but I just can see this happening more often. Again, like we watch kids fly through that intersection, and of course we're all gonna tell our children, please stop at stop signs, but it just doesn't always happen. So I would like to request that it becomes a 4-way stop, for 2 more stop signs to be put in. And it is a residential neighborhood, so I don't feel like it would really affect the flow of traffic in town. However, if stop signs are not something that you feel is right for that intersection, a backup request would be maybe more signage at the Dickinson stop sign, something that says, you know, through traffic doesn't stop, or very clearly states that it's a 2-way stop. Yeah, thank you.
I'm looking at a map, not my phone.
Yeah,
Me too. I've been down that.
I'm sure, yeah.
I just
But
don't necessarily remember.
it turns.
The Dickens-
Fitch goes straight and Dickinson
Yep,
turns.
so Dickinson
correct? Yeah.
turns, and around that corner down to Fitch, it's a little bit of a hill,
Yep.
and kids just really love to go right through.
Well, I see you're back and forth with Captain, if you don't mind,
Sure.
we just usually like to go out and
Yeah, please.
canvass the area. So obviously, we've all been down it 100 times heading into Town Hall. But I just want to, before we come up with whatever does or doesn't make sense.
Sure.
I appreciate.
And in the packet on the back page,
Yep.
you have a sign, I think it's what Ms. Quinn
Yeah.
was talking about.
Crossing traffic does not stop.
Right.
Yep. I think there's one of those at the bottom of Long Neck Point and Pear Tree.
One of the signs that says like oncoming doesn't stop.
Yeah, yes.
So that would definitely be another option.
All right, well, this is thorough and awesome. We have the photos. If we could table that until the next meeting and
Yep,
commissioners can
take a look.
Thank you.
take a drive around, that would be awesome.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're-
Say thank you.
I know. We're all looking at a very small, cute child, for everybody who's not seeing it on the thing.
Oh, thank you.
We'll be sure to take a look, thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much, I
you.
appreciate
Thank
it. I'm gonna.
We'll be in
Yes,
Because she might-
You're good, you're
Thank you
good.
so much.
All right, P and Z applications,
The only one that looks like you got this, unless you have some
No, I
additional
have no.
information on it, doesn't look like there's anything that we need to vote on
No.
or will have any kind of an impact
No.
from a legal traffic or a local traffic authority standpoint.
this is not, I appreciate the information, but we do not have to act on that. Awesome. New business?
New business, Officer Katrina Cook, and I can't believe it's already been a year. She is off her probation effective February 15th, 2026.
Congratulations to Kat, she's been great.
As the commission knows, we've received several letters commending her level of service that she's provided to and during different incidents in town. And she's off to a great start, a great career here at the police department. I would recommend to the police commission to accept her conclusion of her probation.
I make a motion that we accept the conclusion of her probation effective February 15th, 26.
Second.
And we'll catch you before you both, or all three of
Yes,
you leave. We got to get some signatures here.
Yes?
Let's see.
All in favor, yep.
Okay.
Sergeant Wallman, I forget when he actually was promoted to sergeant, but he's, as of the 3rd of this month, he has reached step 3. So I would recommend to the commission to allow Sergeant Wallman to achieve step 3 and have his salary properly adjusted per contract.
I make a motion that Sergeant Wallman proceeds to step 3 effective March 3rd, 26.
Second.
Everybody in favor, raise your hands over there, dudes. Okay. First responder certification renewal.
And lastly, Rick has assisted us with filing for our new annual permit as being qualified first responders for the town of Darien. I'm not positive that we've had that as an agenda item on police commission meeting, but it's good to have on record that as of April 1st of this year and ending in March 31st of 2027, that we are certified, our agency is a certified first responder for the town of Darien.
Excellent.
So that's agency-wide, not just individual. I mean, it's individual as well.
Well, yeah, our
That's it. I didn't
individuals
know
have
that.
to, maybe,
Okay.
the two captains can speak to that, but everybody needs to maintain, I forget how many years it is good for your
Yeah,
medical.
EMR is on a 2-year cycle.
2 years.
What's dispatch, 3 or so? Or whatever?
They're not, that's a medical dispatch, so that's something
Different.
entirely different, yeah.
All right. We are a regular meeting, so we can add anything anyone wants to chat about, or we will go on to figure out when our next meeting is.
Okay.
Anyone have anything? Nothing? All right. We are sitting here on March 5th. I am not here the 19th, but if 2 of you are here.
That's spring break,
That's-
no, I'm sorry, that is college spring break, that is, I'm here.
The 19th is the swearing-in date, too.
Somebody wasn't here.
Yes, I'm here. The following week, I'm not. I'm here, the 19th.
So that's the swearing in is in the morning?
10 o'clock.
Yes.
10 a.m.
Kevin, I thought you weren't here, but,
I'm
oh, no,
not-
you
I'm
were in the
working.
ambulance. Okay, I am not here, but when two can meet, that is a quorum. So we'll say the 19th, if there's nothing on the agenda, we can postpone.
Okay.
Great.
So, that good?
Is
All
there
right.
any way we can do 3 PM?
3 p.m.?
3 PM?
Is that all right, Rick? Chief, is that okay?
I think it's probably better for us, right?
I was going to say, it's
Yeah.
probably better for you.
Do 7 a.m. if you want, Kevin.
Well, I'm on the ambulance at 7 a.m., but 3 PM would be helpful.
Would there be any consideration to bump it completely up because you're already going to be here for the swearing in, or at least commissioners, or you can't?
He's on.
Well, if she's out of town,
And you're
I'm
on
on
the
the
ambulance.
ambulance, if I get a call,
Yeah, then you'd be out of
Okay.
a
yeah, then
quorum.
you, I mean, I
We
can
We might
be
have
here,
that- We
but-
might have that situation anyway, though, right?
Well, he'll be off the ambulance.
Oh, you're
by
off the
2:30
ambulance?
is-
Oh,
2:30
gotcha,
is
never
over.
mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 o'clock, going once, twice, sold, 3 PM on the 19th, regular meeting. Or maybe if we change the time. All right, we are adjourned.